Hey, and welcome to my channel. My name is Care Monique, and I am so excited to have you here. If you are new to my channel is all about business basics as well as fashion and the fashion industry as it relates to e-commerce businesses. This is what I do. This is who I am. So please remember to like, follow, and subscribe. In today's video, we are going to talk about the 8 things that you should do before you start your business. Now, there are tons of things that you can do, of course, before you start your business, but there are 8 things that I recommend. So let's jump right into the video. So the first thing that I recommend that you do is that you register your business as either an LLC or some type of corporation. You can choose what that is, how you want to identify your business, totally up to you. Benefits for 2 that I'll throw out that are the most common. LLC, which is limited liability company. You would register your business as an LLC if you want to have limited liability if something were to happen to your business. Someone sues it or something like that, then all of it does not fall on you. You are a separate entity from your business. A lot of people also go with S Corp. The benefits of an S Corp really are tax related, to be completely honest. Those of us who are full-time in our businesses, we typically move from LLC often to an S Corp for the benefits of tax purposes. And I will have a separate video on the benefits of being an LLC versus an S Corp when it comes to taxes as a full-time employee in your business. So that is number 1. The second thing that I recommend that you do is that you register yourself with the government by getting something called an EIN. An EIN is basically a social security number for your business. It is 100% free. You do not need to pay someone to help you get an EIN. There's actually a process that's literally maybe 5 minutes, doesn't take long for you to do. I do know, and I've seen so many people who have paid a lawyer or LegalZoom or someone to get their EIN number or to even incorporate to get an LLC for that matter. The process is super simple. There are so many videos out there. Also, if you get to the page to do it, you would just see it's literally like filling out an application. So you do not need to pay folks for that. But I'll also recommend some videos in my comments below, in the description box below, for you to check out in relationship to your EIN number. So the third thing that I recommend that you do is I recommend that you get a business email address. And Google is my number 1 go-to. You just go to google.com or business.google.com and you would get your domain. That you go and get your own domain. There are so many ways to get your own domain. And if you don't know what a domain is, check my other video that is posted in the description below. But this is how you get a domain for yourself. I recommend either GoDaddy or buying it through Google, or there's so many platforms out there. I always go through GoDaddy. GoDaddy is usually the cheapest for me, but get you a domain, which is basically your website. That it's what you own. It's the www.whateveryourbusinessis.com or .co or .inc. That is what a domain is. I recommend that you do that. And I also recommend that this is really my third step. I recommend that you get a business email. Now, the reason I recommend you get a business email is because it gives clarity and credibility to your brand. If your brand is abc@gmail.com, yes, people probably believe that's a real email, but that's very different than customer service at abc.com. Or hello@abc.com. If your business is called ABC, then go ahead and purchase your domain with that name and then get that email that's attached to it. So when folks reach out to you, and also when you put your email out there, you look like a real business. You are official. You have ownership of it. The fourth thing that I recommend is that you create a business bank account. And I highly recommend that you do research. I chose not to do my business banking at the same bank that I do my personal banking. One, I wanted to keep everything super separate. Even as an LLC, I didn't want folks being able to touch my personal assets because it would be easier if they were, at the same bank, at least in my mind. But I also wanted to build more relationships with other banks. So that was really my personal reason. So I have two personal banks that I work with, but then I do my business banking with a different bank. And the reason I went with the bank that I went with for my business was the perks of their bank account at that time. When I first opened up my account, I didn't have to keep a minimum balance. There were no penalties for anything. The only thing that I was charged for were international transactions. And at that time, I wasn't doing a lot of international transactions, so that was the best bank account for me at the time, and it only cost me $50 to open. So I was like, yep, gonna go with that. So I recommend that you research the different types of banks out there, different types of business bank accounts, and open you a business bank account from the jump. Separate your money. I don't care if it's $5 that you're starting your business with. Separate that from your personal account, because it's going to be so beneficial to you in the long run having your money separated. The next thing that I recommend that you do is I recommend that you look into some type of bookkeeping platform or some way to keep your books. Now, of course, a spreadsheet would be great. Using a break-even spreadsheet should be kind of a projections, and break-even should be your very first step. And I actually have those resources on my website. I will link that below for you to take a look at what it is like to do some projections for your business and the break-even numbers. But working off of a spreadsheet only is probably not going to be the most beneficial once you start getting actual numbers, actual profit, actual money in and out of your business. So you are going to want to look into some type of software that can track your expenses. So some people use Mint or QuickBooks, Wave. There are tons of them out there. Choose the one that's best fitting for you and start your bookkeeping early, because at some point you're probably going to want to hire an accountant and a CPA. And until you get to that stage, you still need to be able to look at what's going in and out of your business and tracking those things for tax purposes. I recommend that you claim your space on the internet, whether that's getting your website. I recommend you claim your social media spaces. And personally, I'm a little selfish when it comes to my business. Even if I don't think I'm going to use a platform, or I'm unsure if I'm going to use a platform, I still go and claim my name on that platform. The reason being is because you don't know what the future may hold. You don't know what platforms might be super popular at some point, or when you might need to make a shift or a pivot. And if someone already has your name, then now it becomes a little confusing when folks are looking for you on platforms and you have different names on every platform. So I recommend claiming your name on every platform. Like, I'm on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all the places, that Reddit, everywhere that I think my business might potentially need to show up. I have an account on those platforms. So I recommend that you do that. I am not saying you have to use all of them, but you want to claim your spot so no one else claims or takes that name. The next thing that I recommend you do, and honestly, I think this is the most important thing you do before you go and put a lot of money behind your business. I recommend that you do target market research. So what is target market research? So glad you asked. Target market research is where you actually find out who your audience is and what it is that they want. What problem can you solve for them? The easiest way to do this that I found out is folks are very social on social media. I started by actually posting statuses. So I'm in the footwear industry primarily. I own multiple businesses, but my primary business is Faye Nicole, which is a women's footwear store. I started using my personal page and asking questions to women about what are some of the troubles that you're finding when you're looking for footwear? Those of you with larger feet, wearing larger sizes, what are some of the things you're running up into? What are you looking for? I started gathering that. That became data. Then I started running a couple of ads, like $5 ads, asking those questions, surveys, those kind of things. The SBDC, so every place should have a local small business office. They can also help you do market research for free. They can do a full report for you on target market research for your audience, for your industry, all of that. Do not start a business without some data. I guarantee you it will save you so much time and energy if you actually have data. The last thing that I recommend that you do is that you create some type of marketing plan and marketing schedule. Now, you do not have to be a marketing genius or marketing guru to do this, But you will want to have some type of marketing plan in place. So whether that's just at least knowing that you're going to post to social media for engagement at least 3 times a week. Or maybe you're going to post to social media for actual conversions. Or maybe your marketing plan is to run certain advertisements during certain seasons. But you need to have something in place before you start. Don't just open up a business and say, hey, y'all, come shop. People don't know anything about your business. They don't know anything about what you're doing if you don't have some type of marketing plan. You have to make at least, it's like 12 touches now. It used to be less, but there's 12 touches because the internet is so saturated. So many people are starting businesses. People are so overwhelmed with so many things that you're going to have to touch folks. And when I say touch, I don't necessarily mean physical, but folks are going to have to see and interact with your business in multiple ways, multiple days before you might actually see them convert to a customer or even convert to a potential customer. So recognizing that you are going to have to create some type of marketing plan of how you're going to reach your customers, how you're going to get to them, and how you're going to execute your business. So a quick recap. 1, you want to register your business as an LLC or S Corp or whatever type of corporation that you want to be. 2, you want to get that EIN number, which is that social security number for your business. 3, you want to go get that website domain and that business email so that you can have credibility and trustworthiness amongst your target market. 4, you're going to want to go and register for a bank account. Get a business bank account. Separate those finances from the very beginning. Next, you are going to want to make sure that you have some type of bookkeeping system in place. Knowing your numbers is going to be vital, crucial for your success in your business. Next, you want to claim your stake on all the social media platforms that you're interested in. Also, grab your website space. You're going to want to do your market research, especially target market research, so you know what your customers are looking for, so you don't waste a lot of time. And finally, you are going to want to make sure that you have some type of marketing plan in place. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Would love to answer your questions. Any questions you might have, drop them in the comments below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. And I will be coming out with a video every week. So stay tuned to my channel for all things business, and in particular, business basics. And anything related to the fashion industry in the e-commerce world is what I specialize in for women entrepreneurs. See you later.